Morning guys, or afternoon or night, wherever you are in the world or whatever point you're watching this video. It's been about a month since I have done a roundup of new products that I have tried and received over the last few weeks. It's like I said, it's been about a month. It might be like a month and a week or so. I can't quite remember the last date that I had recorded a video of stuff that I've gotten. This is a big box of everything that I have gotten in PR. I've gotten everything here in PR except for one item I paid for myself. So I am just going to start with that item since, like I said, there's just one. I picked up the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's in the shade Universal Sheer. I actually really do enjoy this. I have used both this now and the Tatcha Canvas Silk Primer, the one that also comes in a container like this, and in my opinion, they don't feel the same at all. I don't even know how to describe the feeling of this. The texture is almost, I wouldn't say it's silky or like velvety in any way. It's just comfortable. It just adds like a layer of moisture to the skin, which is essentially what you'd need for a primer. So as far as performing how I want a product to perform, I think this works really well, especially for $8. I do think the Tatcha Canvas one does blur the skin more than this. I wouldn't say this blurs, but it just it's like an extra layer of hydration so that your foundation or whatever you're putting on top of it just sits better on your skin. So let me start with these three products first. So I got sent over from Brand Backer and Naturally Serious just a couple more of their line. This is their Skin Warrior Moisture Rescue Cream, their After Dark Peptide Sleeping Cream, Major Moisture Gentle Cream Cleanser. So they had sent these over to me. First off, I love this product. This is going to be my third one of these. This is great. Everything from their line is pretty scented, so if you do have an issue with scent on skincare, I would steer clear of it, but it is more of that like natural product, natural oils, natural naturally found ingredients in nature. So these two I have not had it before, but I have tried this guy and I do love this as an everyday moisturizer for the face. It is really nice. I'm going to talk about everything I've received through Octoly, and then I'll talk about stuff that I received in PR that's not from Octoly. I think that would make a little bit more sense. So one of the first things that I had received this past 4 or 5 weeks is the Becca X Barbie Ferreira. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. If you don't know who Barbie is, she was one of the cast members from Euphoria, the TV show Euphoria on Hulu. So this is the packaging, and to be honest, I couldn't figure out how to open this at first. I was trying like to open it because I knew it opened through the center. I just couldn't figure out how to open it. I was trying the sides and they weren't opening it. So I do think there is a very slight learning curve. You need to take this end and pull them apart because there's a magnet right in the center here. So you literally have to pull them apart. If one is just down, then it doesn't stay closed. Like they literally snap with each other. So yeah, you have to pull it apart. And that's the palette inside. It is a face palette. It's not considered just an eyeshadow palette, but it can be used on your eyes and your face. I love like When I say I like truly love this center shade. It's got this beautiful blue, pink, and purple reflect to it. Let me pull that up a little bit. It's so pretty. It's so hard to even show it on camera, just how pretty it actually is. It's totally see-through, so when you have it on the side out of the sun, you don't see like that shadow base or anything, but right when the sun hits it, it just turns to this beautiful translucent duochrome, trichrome type of shade, and it's stunning. It looks so good. It's beautiful, for those euphoric type of looks that a lot of people do, kind of similar to what I have, how it's very colorful, but it also works well as a face highlight, works well as an eyeshadow topper, and then the rest of the shades I had used all over my face. I used this guy as a bronzer, this is a highlight, I believe, and then I used these two shades for my eyeshadow, and I can't remember, I think I popped this just in the center, if I remember correctly, something like that. I think I used this as a highlight before many times because I do truly love how it works. They're all beautiful colors, they all blend so well, and they're all shimmers, so none of these are matte, and they do work really, really well for face and eye. I mean, they are just loaded with pigment. Look at that one. That one's so pretty. But yeah, I do like this. I like the colors. I love the formula. They provide plenty of impact for me. And yeah, if you were interested in something similar to this, I would recommend it. I do think if you were looking for something like this in an eyeshadow, I don't think you'll get your money's worth because the pans are so big and you don't need a lot of eyeshadow to cover your entire eye, let alone if you're going to use, you know, more than one shade. So I do find it to be a little bit more expensive than what you would need for an eyeshadow palette. But for a face palette, if you know you're going to get use out of it, I do recommend it because I love the formula, and I like a lot of the Becca formulas recently. Sent me over one of the Hydrolite Plumping Lip Balms, and I wanted the shade Tide. It is the most neutral nudie shade they have. This is the packaging. There we go. Just really pretty, almost that like iridescent seashell type of color. And that is the shade. It's extremely sheer. Like, it is a lip balm. There's barely any color to it, but I think a lot of people who are looking for that aesthetic where it is super sheer, it doesn't look like there's a lot of makeup and color to it, would appreciate something like this. It's that very like Glossier vibe without buying Glossier, like the makeup no makeup type of people would like this. And it says it's plumping, but it doesn't have that like minty tingly sensation like a lot of the others do. It just looks plumper because it's so balmy and dewy. They also sent me over the Becca Zero No Pigment collection. It's a collection of their no pigment glass highlighter for face and lip. So this is the face and lip highlight. Like, it's literally just a clear glossy formula. And then they also sent me the No Pigment Virtual Foundation. And that is what the container looks like. And then the inside, if you are curious. So I'm very wishy-washy on this line specifically. Does it work the way they market it, yes. It's a zero pigment foundation. There's no pigment in this product. I would not consider it a foundation because foundations have pigment in them. But I do think the marketing was smart in the way that they directed this. When it dries on your skin, it almost leaves like a matte finish to that part of your skin that you lay it down on. So it gives the same effect that a clear, translucent powder can give you. Also, it gives you the same effect that a matte primer can give you. So I don't think you necessarily need to purchase this if you're looking for something to just blur your pores, matte out your skin a little bit. I also don't think it's going to keep your skin matte and looking matte throughout the day, especially if you have oily skin. I have normal skin and I still like can feel my oils pushing through my skin when I'm wearing this. This is truly for the person who does not wear makeup. But if you don't wear makeup, why do you need to buy this? You don't. So in theory, it is smart marketing, but also it's marketed towards the person who doesn't wear makeup. So if they don't wear makeup, why are they going to buy this? On the other hand, this product, the glass highlight and balm for like your glass highlight for face and lip, I like this a lot. I specifically like the texture of it on my lips. It feels like a liquefied chapstick or a liquefied lip balm. It's not sticky, it's not goopy, it's very, very comfortable. It almost feels like a lip oil, but less oily, like less thin, a little bit more thicker, a little bit more protection. It also does work as a face highlight. It gives you that highlighted point on your face if you're putting it, you know, on your cheekbones, but it's a liquid and it doesn't dry down. So you're going to get your hair in your face if you have long enough hair to reach the front of your face. And you can use any product that looks like this, that is clear. You literally, you could just use a lip gloss and use this on the high points of your face if that's what you choose. And they're a lot cheaper than this product, I want to say, because I can't remember totally, but this is more than $15 for sure. I think this is almost $20. So it's a lot of money to purchase for this reason, for the reason that they're marketing it for. So do I think the collection is worth it? For me, no. For someone out there, possibly, just not for me. But I am going to continue using this as a lip balm. I love it. I love how comfortable it is. If they market this specifically as like a lip balm or add like other shades to this, I do think it would sell really, really well. So I do like this. Yeah, so that was sent over from Octoly as well. What else did I receive from Octoly? He just recently sent me the Moon Juice Super U Daily Stress Management Dietary Supplements. I'm guessing it's literally for stress management, like the box said. This is what the jar looks like, and this is what the actual capsules look like. So they're small enough that they're comfortable to swallow whole, which is a thank God for me, because I have a real issue with swallowing pills. They don't stink, at least not to me. They don't taste bad if it's stuck on the inside of your mouth. I have not been able to use this long enough to give my full thoughts on if this seems to help with daily stressors in my life and calming me down, etc., etc. So I don't know yet. I would like to use up the whole jar before I give a full opinion on this. So you'll see it later on in a couple weeks when I'm done with it. Also got sent over from Lawless and Octoly is the Baby One eyeshadow palette. So that is the packaging, and I've used this a lot. I actually took it with me when I went on vacation to see some family. And I love this formula and this eyeshadow palette. It has 2 shimmers and 6 mattes, and they're all fairly neutral with a good variety of colors as well. This is fantastic. Guys, this formula is made without talc, so it's a talc-free formula. They use synthetic fluoroflogapite. I think that's how you pronounce it. So instead of talc and being uncertain of where the talc that certain products use came from, especially because some of them aren't mined properly, and where you mine talc is the same, very close to the same place that you would mine for asbestos. So if you get like a really bad palette or a really cheap palette from those crazy weird marketing like markets, or etc., they can potentially have dangerous talc in them that has pieces of asbestos in it, and that's not good. I mean, you got to think, you're putting this on your face, on your eyes, you're inhaling it. If the dust is flying around, like, you don't want to be inhaling asbestos. So I highly recommend this brand specifically because they don't use talc in any of their products, and I like commend them so much for doing that. I'm sure it's more expensive, but in the long run, it is safer for you. So I really enjoy that they do that, and the texture is wonderful, how it blends is wonderful, the color is wonderful, and it looks beautiful on the face. This is $25 on Sephora, and I do recommend it. I do think it is worth all $25. I was sent the Sungasm collection from Catrice Cosmetics, and I've never tried anything from Catrice before, but this is the Luminizing Bronzer. I used a lot of this. I love this bronzer. It looks so natural on the skin. Let's see where I want to put it. I'll put it right here. It is a very natural looking bronzer. It looks way better than any of my matte bronzers that I have in my collection. It just works so much better. I love how it looks on the skin. Specifically, I think it looks beautiful on the skin. And the same with the Sungasm Face and Body Highlight. This guy is huge. So here she is. I will never go through this entire thing. It is massive, but the highlight in it is stunning. It's beautiful all over the face, also on the body, so I'll kind of rub a little on my shoulder so you can see how like beautiful it just makes your shoulder look. It just looks glowy and healthy and radiant. So if you are using it all over your body, like they market it because it is a face and body highlight, I think having a size this big is beneficial. If you're only using it on your face, especially on your cheekbones, you're never gonna go through this. But I do love this shade, and I think it would work on almost every skin tone as well, which is nice too. Was also sent over from Color Science and Octoly the Sun Forgettable Total Protection Face Shield 50 SPF sunscreen PA+++. So I have used this a lot. I love this. I think this is going to be one of my new favorite face sunscreens. It's very luminous, but not in the sense that it's oily or anything like that. It just looks healthy on the skin. There is no white cast, which is beneficial. It is a mineral sunscreen, so you have a better protection than you would from a chemical, and it also has that PA+++, so it has a high protection from the sun rays that cause skin aging, skin wrinkles, etc. So I do recommend this. It is a little pricey, but it's so good, especially if you are the type of person that doesn't use just 30 SPF. They want something stronger, even though it really doesn't make too much more of a difference in the long run. Get this one. It's 50 SPF over the 30. So this one's kind of a downer for me, and I feel bad saying this, but when I first received it, I was talking to the brand. I also had received this through Octoly, but they were concerned that my product might have been exposed to some high heat through the mail. So I don't know if that's what the issue is with this. Does it work? Yes. It's a vitamin C super serum from the brand Protocol. It works just fine. My gripe about this is the packaging. I do like how you can see through it. So it's an airless pump. You can see the bag inside being like squeezed. So it almost looks like a pop can on the inside getting squeezed. So you can see how much product is left, how much you've been using up. My gripe with this is the top of this product. You can see the yellow all around the lid here, or the pump. It just leaks, and they have this piece on it which helps keep air out of the top of the airless pump, but this doesn't keep product from coming out of the spout. So this constantly is just leaking vitamin C serum, and vitamin C serum is extremely expensive. So if it's leaking out, it makes me wonder if air is getting in it then, if it can come out. So I don't know how protected this packaging is for it being a vitamin C serum. You need to have like really good packaging for vitamin C serum because you don't want it exposed to air or light. So I don't know. The smell is strong. It doesn't smell bad in my opinion. It's just a strong smell. So they said they would send me another when I finished that one, to see if like the color was a difference to me. But I can't get over that packaging. I don't like that packaging. I wish it was a different style pump, or maybe not as cheap of a style. Especially if it's a vitamin C, you really need good packaging if you're gonna have a product like that. Last thing I received, oh no. Okay, so I was also just sent over the Filorga Time Flash Base Active Express Smoothing Active Primer. So like I said, this is a face primer. I tried it once, and it is very interesting. When I had put it on my face, it dried down very, very fast, and it almost left like a powder consistency, like matte consistency, which makes sense because it's like Time Flash in a bottle, so it's supposed to like keep your skin from moving around type of thing. Yeah, it explains it as Flash Tightening Lift and Blur Technology. So I'm assuming the tightening aspect of it is that matte powdery finish, because it kind of like, it literally makes your skin feel like it's tight. Kind of like what a matte lipstick can do to your lips. This is kind of how this does that to your entire skin, which I do think can be really beneficial if you have oily skin, or you have makeup that needs to last a long time on your skin. So I've only used this about twice. I would like to continue using this, so I don't have my full thoughts on it quite yet. The Amika Brooklyn Hustle Bestsellers Starter Kit. So this is her. It has the Perk Up Dry Shampoo, which is my favorite dry shampoo ever. The Nourishing Mask is inside, and then the Supernova Moisture and Shine Cream. Normally the, I want to say the Nourishing Mask is normally in a jar. I can't remember. these are the sizes, and it's that classic Amika smell, which I just die for. I love the Amika smell. So they're full sizes except for this, guys. It's just like a little sample size almost, which I don't mind. I mean, I have a lot of products, but man, you guys, it just smells so good. And if it's not that much more expensive to purchase like a bestsellers kit like that, especially if you're looking for a nice dry shampoo, get it, because this dry shampoo is the bomb. I love it. This is my third one that I've received, and I will be buried with this, like wholeheartedly. Like, it's so good. I love it. Last thing I received from Octoly is the Glow Recipe Fruit Babies. I guess it's their like starter kit. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products inside it. I want to say this is $20 or $25 on the Sephora site, which I do think is a good price for all these minis. It helps you know if your skin will have a reaction to the product, because you'll know second time you try it if your skin is gonna react to it. It's not enough product in any of these to see if it makes a difference long term on your skin, but these are more like, oh, try a lot from the brand, see what doesn't cause a reaction for your skin, and then buy a full size and see how you like it then. So this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. So far this is working fine on my skin. I haven't noticed any breakouts. There's also a sample of the Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't have any opinions on it. The Blueberry Bounce Gentle Cleanser. I actually do really like this. It kind of reminds me of the texture of the jelly cleanser from Drunk Elephant. And then this is the Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. I'm actually going to try this tonight because I haven't gotten to try it yet. The Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Sleeping Mask. I actually do really like this a lot. I can tell first down if my eyes are going to like an eye cream or not, and my eyeballs like that. And the last one is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Bright Toner. The only downfall to every single one of these products is how strong they smell. The watermelon products straight up smell like watermelon. Like, there's no escaping it. It is a watermelon smell, and the same with the blueberry cleanser. It's such a strong smell. It smells good, but if you don't like your skincare having a heavy scent to it, I would steer clear of those products. They do have a strong scent. Everything else, oh yeah, okay. So then, the only thing I had received from Influencer this month, or this time around, was the IGK Good Behavior 4-in-1 Prep Spray. So it's kind of like a detangler and 24-hour heat protectant, or yeah, 24-hour frizz control, detangler, and a heat protectant all in one. This Good Behavior Spironula Protein Smoothing Spray. It's a keratin-like treatment in a can. There's that. And then the Offline 3-minute hydration hair mask. So here's my thoughts on these 3 products. This works fine if you use too much of that. If you use too much of it, it creates like a really weird film in your hair, and those detanglers that I have used before don't cause that. So I don't know if I would choose that one over others that I've had in my collection. This though, I really like. I like using this after I heat protect my hair, but also beforehand. So I do recommend this if you're looking for anything similar to this. Also, this guy, I'm conflicted on if I like it or not. when I first went to go use it, it was such an odd consistency and pretty thick too, that it didn't coat all of my hair. I felt like I had to use a lot more than normal, but once the heat kind of activated with it in the shower, it really got more emollient feeling, so it was able to really get through my hair, and I liked that aspect of it. One thing I don't like about it is the actual packaging. This yellow on it is like chipping off and it gets everywhere. But packaging aspect I do like of it is this twist top. I like that a lot. It locks. But because it is so thick, having it in a container like this is extremely difficult in the shower to squeeze enough out of. I would much rather have something that's super thick like this in a jar that I can scoop out instead. It just makes it easier. This, I can't squeeze it out enough, and then my fingers are too like slimy or wet, and it doesn't give me enough dexterity and strength to squeeze it out, especially the further down you would get in this too. I think you'd have more and more issues. So yeah, it works. It doesn't work as good as other products I have. Like I have this Amika Shine mask that I use. It just makes my skin super soft and super smooth. I think that works better than this mask. That one's a 1 minute mask from Amika. This one's 3 minutes. So I received a 4-pack of these Pixi. I have 2 quads and 2 eyeshadow palettes. These are beautiful, by the way. So if you were looking at these in Target or in a different store that you had seen them, I would recommend picking up one of them. This is the eyeshadow palette in Rosette Ray. I love the colors in these, and the mattes work beautifully on the eyes. There is no patchiness. It's very easy to work with. It is a beginner-friendly type of formula in my eyes. And then they also gave me, this one is the Hazelnut Haze eyeshadow palette. I like this one more for the fall, I think. There's some pretty golds, this beautiful green shimmer on the inside. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. So yeah, that's that. And this like dark gray, almost black, is an amazing shade. They also sent me 2 of their quads. So here's the one. It's got like 2 blushes and 2 highlights, although this one is a shade deep enough that I can use as a bronzer. This is the Quad Honey Nectar. And then this one is Sugar Blossom. Again, 2 powder blushes and 2 highlights, and these are the differences if you're curious how they compare. Yeah, one is just a little bit warmer, and then one is a bit cooler toned. So yeah. And then I had also received a 2nd package from Pixi with their super jumbo size Glow Tonic. I have never tried the Glow Tonic before, but I have tried many other products in the Pixi Glow line, specifically their glow spray that they have. It's one of my favorites. I love that. I do love that this comes in such a big size, and there's a pump available for you to purchase with it. I know this is a cult favorite for a lot of people, so if this is something that's in your collection that you truly love, the fact that you can get it in such a big size is a bonus, and it saves you a little bit of money too. I got a ton of single eyeshadows from one of my favorite brands, Adept Cosmetics. They sent over, I want to say, almost 20 single eyeshadows for me to just play around with, to talk about them with you guys. So the Adept Cosmetic shadows are all these square pans. I had probably about half of these already that I had purchased myself, and then they let me pick out a bunch of colors that I've been really interested in. So all these 8 here are brand new. All those pretty like reddy purples. And then most of these mattes are brand new, like the more neutral mattes. So these 3 are new. This one is new. Same with this one here. This guy is new. This guy is new. These two are new. And then these two matte blues are new as well. So I had them in a different palette that they sent with me, but I wanted to take these on vacation with me. I wanted to take all my Adept palettes, so I just put it in this old Sephora Z palette that I had, and then I could just play around with all these shades that I have. Also, if you're curious, the shimmer that's on my eye is this stunning shade right here. It's so freaking pretty. And that's where you're seeing that really pretty like blue, purple, pink duochrome on my eyes. What shade name is it? ACD5. So yeah, that's what's on my eyes. I love this one so much. Yeah, ACD5 is on my eyes, along with the brand new matte purpley reds that I have. So I have this one all over my eyeballs, along with this one. And then in my transition shade, I used this matte, like pinky neutral shade right there. So yeah, that's everything that's on my eyes. And then I deepened up the under eye with one of the blue shades here. I think I used this guy. There. So yeah, that's everything that I had on my eyeballs, if you were curious. I've talked about Adept before, mostly just on my Instagram, but I absolutely love the formula. The matte formula is really easy to use, and the shimmers are beautiful. I love the shimmers in here. I've never had an issue with Adept. It's a very small company, so you know me, I love supporting smaller brands, smaller companies, especially with the economy the way it is right now because of COVID. You know, you're supporting smaller companies makes such a bigger difference to the economy than supporting big companies like Walmart, Amazon, Target. So if you are looking for something new that you want, and you want to make more of a difference to your economy, to a local economy, buy independently owned makeup brands, especially the smaller they are. If they don't have a big team, if it's just two of them working, you know, you're directly supporting them. There's no overhead. They make everything themselves, and then they are in turn going to support other nonprofit, and they're going to support their direct local economy and community. So you're just giving back to the economy better than you are if you're giving it to Jeff Bezos. There's my spiel on why you should support local and small owned businesses. Most of it were hits. There were a couple misses. It just wasn't for me, or I already had stuff in my collection that I liked better. But if you have any questions on any of the products, or you need clarification, just leave a comment to me down below. I'm always making sure I'm up to date on comments, and you know, if you guys have anything you want to ask me, check out my Instagram too. I'll leave it down below as well. I'm way more active over there than I am on any other social media platform, so go check me out there. That's it. That's all I have for you today. So thanks guys. Bye.